Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha. Today we're going to revisit another collaboration palette from Revolution. This time it's the Revolution and Soph palette called Extra Spice. So this is the second collaboration from Soph with Revolution. I thought I would go for this one today because I was really inspired by this golden mustard top. And I really wanted that kind of shade on my eye. So I have gone for a golden, warm toned eyeshadow look with that gold on my lid. So you can see that there. So yeah, really inspired by this top. Again, it has a autumnal feel to it. And today in Norfolk, we have got some real autumn weather. It's very windy. It is not very nice here at all. So I suppose I went for yellow to brighten up the day a little bit. So this palette is very mirrored, like that, with the cream Soph on the front. Inside, as with all of the other palettes so far, you get a huge mirror, and then these are the shades. Now I'm sure that you've all seen this palette because Soph's palettes are so popular, and yeah, I can see why they are stunning. Now originally I said in a recent collaboration video that I really loved the original palette, but actually looking at this again, I was really inspired to try these burgundy tones, and I think I'm going to actually try that out very, very soon. But of course I went for the well, I was inspired by the jumper, so that's why I've gone for the shades I have. But yeah, really love the look of those as well. So yeah, I'm sure that I will be sharing that with you very soon. Now of course I'm going to start off with this brush from Primark. It's the Primark PS Eye Contour Brush. You can see that I've used it for the yellow. Obviously you can do a one brush look, which I know that you all love if you've been able to pick up this brush. If you are lucky enough to find this in your local Primark, it will look like this, just because this is one of their older brushes. But of course, there are a lot of these contoured eye brushes out there. So if you're unable to go to a Primark store, then of course you can pick it up from other stores like Morphe and places like that. And even Revolution do actually sell their own. Now, I have already applied the base, which as always is the Revolution Pro Eye Elements in Central, and we're going in with the first shade, which is this beautiful sunshine yellow called Vitamin C. So I'm just going to get that on the brush. Now I went in quite heavy with this shade because with yellow, it's a very, well, they do look really beautiful in the pan and they look very bright. But with yellows, typically when you apply them to the skin, they then sheer out. So I went in with quite a little bit of product. Now as always, I always dip in a little bit and then add a little bit more, because I find that, and I always say this, you can apply more shadow, but once you've applied too much, it's difficult to then clean that up and perhaps lighten it. So go in quite a few times with this yellow. I really wanted the yellow. I mean, I've only got 1, 2, 3 shades on my eye. That's all I've got. And I thought with yellow I was going to have to do that sunset look and perhaps go in with the orange as well, which I didn't want this to be a sunset look. I wanted it to be more yellow with that little bit of depth at the side there. So that's the shade Vitamin C. Then I obviously swap to another one, exactly the same brush. This is, as I said at the beginning, the brush that you will be able to pick up in your local Primark if they've obviously stocked up on these brushes, which Norwich has, thankfully, and so has Cambridge, and in fact every store that I've been to has actually got these brushes, so do check out your local store. So the next shade I went in with, now like I said, I could have gone in with the orange, but I didn't want to do that. I went in with this shade here, which is beautiful, and it's called chocolate orange. Absolutely stunning. And I really like the fact that these oranges are all in a row, because you can really see which one you need to use. sometimes I find that when shades are all dotted all over the place, it's very hard for me to see which ones I would like, or which one I would like to wear. But when they're like that all together, you can really get an idea of which one is going to work with your look. So I really like that about this palette, and it made the or choosing that second shade very, very easy. So again, on a clean brush, but obviously you can use the same brush because you will be going in with the yellow and then this one. So I'm going to start on the lid as always, and then and with dabbing motions, just put it into the crease and then just blend that up. I mean, you might find that you need perhaps a middle shade just to obviously transition into the deeper shade, but I really wanted a yellow and then a deeper shade. That's, you know, the look that I wanted, and that is working beautifully. Sometimes when you go from light to deep like this, you know, you find that the blend is a little bit difficult. Not with obviously Revolution shadows, they are just amazing and it's blending beautifully. The only thing that I did do with the other eye is I went in with the first brush and then just soften the edges out a little bit. So I might just do that again, but you know, I do that in a lot of other looks as well. So like that. Then I'm just going back into the original shade of Vitamin C, and then on the edges I'm just blending that out a little bit. Just takes a few moments, and again, this is why I like to do my videos in real time, so that you can really see, you know, how long it takes to blend. If I edited that, you wouldn't have seen how long. It's now getting there, like that. You can start to hear that wind rustling or whistling around the house. I'm just going in with a little bit more of that. Whoops. And I'm just making sure that both are looking the same. Just because when I do the first eye, you know, I know what I want to achieve, but it's not until you've actually completed the second eye that you think, wow, they need to be the same. Okay, so that is the two shades laid down on the lid. Now what I'm going to do, go in again with chocolate orange, and then I'm going on the tip of this brush like that. I'm just going to run that underneath the lash line. This is such a beautiful shade. Like that. And then what I did was with the yellow shade, so Vitamin C, I then blended that out, and I did come down quite low because I really wanted that yellow to shine, basically. So all along the bottom. And again, I had to go in a few times because again, with yellow, you know, it can be a little tricky to, you know, get that really to shine in its own right. But there it is. So that's all the matte shades laid down. Now what I wanted to do, of course, let me just move my hair. There we go. Then what I wanted to do is apply the yellow tone. So I went in with that beautiful shade LA Sun. So that one at the bottom, but obviously I've got the palette upside down. So I'm just going to go in with my finger to start with. So I wanted to test this yellow out because again, with yellows, even shimmers, they can sometimes be a little bit bland, a little bit wishy-washy. Again, they look beautiful in the palette, but it's not until you obviously get them on the lid you can really see how well they perform, and that one is beautiful. Now I didn't even need to wet this one at all because the pigmentation, I'm going to add a little bit more this side because I want them to wear exactly the same, but I was really impressed with that LA Sun shade. Now what I did was I just wanted to make sure that I get that yellow right into that corner. As you know, my eye shape, if I went in with my finger it would be all over the bottom the bottom under the lash line as well. So I'm just going to use my Wilko flat brush just to get right in there and make sure that it is completely up to the crease line there. And like I say, I didn't have to wet the brush at all. This is dry and I am so impressed with how that laid down. So now what I'm going to do with the same brush, I'm just going to go all around the inner corner there, like that. Beautiful. As you know, I have been obsessed with yellow throughout the whole of the summer. Now going into autumn, I am obsessed with this sort of, and it's still that grungy, you know, dirty golden kind of colour. I am loving it. If you like this top, I've got a white one like this as well. This is from Next. It's one of those big baggy, in fact the bottom of the, I think actually it's all, yeah, it's a little bit fluted. The end of the sleeve is a little bit wider than the top. It's also got an open back. I won't show you that but it's got some ties as well because I haven't got anything underneath it. But yeah, it's a really scooped back, low back with a little tie at the top so it doesn't, you know, drop too much. And it also, it's a nice length, and this is £16 from Next if you're interested in this. It comes in 3 colours. You get it in this beautiful colour, you get it in the white, which of course I've got, and you also get it in a black, and I think that's a mix of black and white. I could be wrong because I don't have that one, but yeah, really, really beautiful. I thought I'd mention that because I know that someone's going to be interested and I've got a hair on my face, interested in this jumper because it's so beautiful, and it, like I say, it really inspired me today. I keep saying I've got to sharpen this pencil. Which I'm going to sharpen it straight after this. My earrings, if you're interested in those, they come from Primark and I love them. Like I say, I never thought I would be as obsessed with gold as I am, but I really am obsessed with it. Gold, yellow, anything like that. Now I'm just applying my mascara. The pencil, of course, was the Revolution HD Smoky waterproof pencil eyeliner in black, and the mascara is, as always, the Primark PS Amplif-eyed mascara, also in black. Love that. And that is the finished look. I love it. It is absolutely beautiful. The lipstick that I went in with is from Kat Von D, and it is, I think it's Lolita. I think it's the original Lolita. It's this one, and it is so autumnal, absolutely beautiful, works perfectly with this look. But that is my finished look. I would of course love your thoughts on the look. Of course I used the Revolution and Soph and it is the Extra Spice palette. So it's that one. I'll just show you the inside again. So it looks like that. And yeah, that is my going for gold look. So like I just mentioned, I would love to hear your thoughts on the eye look, on the palette. If you would like to see another collaboration palette from Revolution, obviously let me know down below. If there's any particular shades you would like me to try on, of course list those down below. And if you have just stumbled across my channel, I would absolutely love it if you subscribed to watch further videos. I upload every single day apart from Sunday, and I am only a couple of hundred subscribers off now from my 10,000 mark, my goal. So I would love it if you were one of those to join the friendship circle and continue to obviously watch my videos. So yeah, until tomorrow, as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.